Bless you. Got the Zeeks.
Hey, and welcome to another edition of Stage 5 of Fishing Adventures. I'm your host, Christian Miller, and I'm here with Mark,
Big Dipper,
Big Dipper Alchi, and Chris
Poncho. Hey, we're here in 2021. We've all
Let him
got
do his
by
thing.
the
Shut up.
You're
Christian, do your
good.
thing.
See,
So we had a new rule that we were going to let the host
Right. Shut
run
up.
the show and no one talk over them, but obviously we have people that cannot do that. So,
that's trying to be something.
so you want to talk so much, let's ask you a question, Mark. Mark, what is your thoughts on the fishing in the Florida trip that's coming up in a couple days?
I'm excited.
Talk to
I'm
the camera.
excited. I mean, it's winter in Florida. Big fish are there. That's what we're hoping for. Anyway, we're gonna go 10 pound or above. As well, we'll take a day of 8 pounders too. The record in our group is 44 pound some odd ounces
All right.
for 5 fish.
When we first get down there, we're going to stop at Gary's. Got your cousins. Right here.
I'm sorry.
Captain Gary Campbell.
Thank you.
Best fucking captain out there.
Mm.
Besides me. Anyway,
Mhm.
we're going to stop down there. We got a choice. We can fish the Harris Chain or we can fish Lake Weir. I really like Lake Weir. The Harris Chain, you know what I mean? It was crowded. Yeah, you're going to catch good fish. We spent some good time on there. We got to go there once, at least go to the Dead River and go get our oysters on the water. Pull the boat up, you know what I mean? One of the greatest experiences we had.
Mhm.
Pulled the boat up right to the dry dock, got out, walked right off the front of the boat, sat down in a restaurant, drank beer, and had oysters. And it was fantastic. So
That
we
was
do
pretty
have to
good.
fish the Harris Train.
That
one
does
day.
sound like a great trip.
It was
You
actually
can get in the thing about the Harris Chain, it's sneaky.
Well, there's 5 different lakes you can go. You know what I mean?
Well,
There's
you know what I mean?
5 different
There
lakes that are
was
accessible
everywhere.
through the canal system.
And
It's
these-
on that chain.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, Mark,
you gotta go,
let me
you
ask
run,
you-
long run.
Let me
Yes,
ask you,
Yes, sir.
when you're on the Harris Chain,
Mhm.
what do you think would be the number one bait that would work on that
All
trip?
depends on what time of year. I
Well,
was
we're
there.
talking on
Yeah,
your
where
trip,
we're
which
going,
is going
right?
to be
What's
in
the
a
number
couple
one
days.
bait that you think we should throw on the
They're-
Harris Chain?
They're
Whatever lake.
stable. Southern Florida's been stable weather wise. They don't have a warm night yet. Like I said, it's dropping in the 40s at night.
What's your go-to? What's the bait that's going to have the most confidence for you to throw right now? When we get down there on February
And we're
3rd.
fishing out just in
Exactly.
general lake
Exactly.
starting.
The first time on the water in Florida.
What bait would I
What
throw?
bait you want to
Chatterbait.
throw? Yeah.
So, Mark, it doesn't sound like you're really
Yeah.
putting much thought into this. So I'm going to ask Chris the same question.
What's
Chris,
that?
what do you think the number one bait will be when you get to the Harris Chain Lakes?
I'm sorry, but I got to throw my soft plastics.
And
I have to throw my soft plastics because that's
So,
what I do. And that's
from what I
love.
understand, you have started your own
Yes.
bait
Yes.
manufacturer.
Yes.
Tell me a little about the process.
Lip Rippers custom rods and baits. Absolutely, I've got a whole lineup. I can actually build any plastic bait you could possibly want, send it any way you want, and any kind of color combination you possibly want. And let's face it, there's a
Pretty
lot, you know what I
natural
mean. There's a
baits.
lot of plastic baits out there. You know what I mean? Is it going to be anything better than what you see in the store?
Don't know.
I'd like to think so.
Don't know,
Because
yeah.
the only difference is it's going to be a color, it's going to be a pattern that's not mass produced.
Somebody
And
wax them.
it's you know what I mean. It may be just slightly different enough
Mhm.
to
Some
cause
of
a
them wax.
reaction and a bite.
I'm talking
that
about
may-
$100,000 checks.
So, Mark, I heard you made some custom baits as well, not soft
No,
plastics,
this
but you've
year-
gone into spinners and things like that. Tell me about yours.
Oh, what do you mean spinners?
Well, things that spin.
Oh, I'm not going to go into that because that technique's unproven, but that will be at the testing grounds. I can't own that particular way of fishing.
But he's asking you,
No, I
you've
don't.
actually made a bait. You've developed your own combination. What about the that punching bait that you developed?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's untried. So
What?
I don't.
What the philosophy behind it is pretty damn good.
Well, that's why the drop bait.
Just try it.
If you take this blade, take his blade off.
All right.
That's the way most of them guys fish them baits down there. They put a plastic, like a,
You know we're talking about punching mats though, right
yeah.
now. All right.
Well, thank you, Mark, for that presentation. That's very, very impressive.
I think you guys are fucking with me.
All right,
Nice try, boy.
let's take a call from someone who's
That was
watching
one
live.
of you.
All right, I got a
Wow.
question from Mike in Lake Placid. It's for
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's for Mark. How did you get so smart, and how do you retain it all?
Wow, that's a great question. How
Big
do you do it?
B
How do you do it?
B M F. Big motherfucking head.
You do have that. I would totally agree with that.
And it's
GMA?
It's 8 inches round, baby. Don't have nothing to do with anything else either.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Fuck, I don't make
All right,
sense.
Chris, what have you done to prepare for this trip? I understand that Mark just found out about the trip
Right.
like last week.
It was a
He
surprise.
basically just put
Yeah.
the whole thing together to make sure all he has to do is show up with the boat and I have everything else taken care
If
of.
you don't know by now, I'm a little bit spoiled.
Really?
But I'm a little bit handicapped too, so I'm not.
Yeah, by his
Oh, I
own
gotta
choice.
take my ladder. No, I'm about to. I gotta make sure I got my little ladder to get in the fucking boat.
Hell yeah. We'll put that in the back of the truck.
I'll get in the
All right.
fucking
Well, we got some messages coming up. We'll be back with you in 30 seconds. You know, Big Dipper, we had an okay day on the water. Soft plastic was the catch. We tried Zoom. We tried Berkeley. It just didn't seem like they were enough.
Well, that new plastic, it has a little different look, a little different shimmer, a little different fall rate. Makes all the difference in the world.
I just wish there was a soft plastic that would rip the lips on these fish. Lip rippers. Ouch.
As soon as now we're recording.
And we're back. Thank you for those messages. Let me ask you, Mark.
Thank you, Ranger, for the new boat.
Let me ask you, Mark. You get just
That's a try.
put on the spot lock.
Yeah,
How do you feel about the spot lock compared to the power poles?
it's great technology.
Christian, you ready?
If it does what it says it does, the only downfall that I see is that noise. If you're fishing shallow, that noise of the trolling motor kicking off, you know what I mean?
That's
To
where the
keep
power
you-
pole-
But all right,
To
answer
keep
me,
you
but
spot
answer me
lock.
this though. If you see a hole coming up, right?
Mhm.
You're gonna be far enough
You want
off
to
it.
stop with it.
Exactly.
Right,
Where
hit it, yeah.
Before you even put that spot
Right.
lock, you're gonna know, okay, I wanna hit this
Yeah.
well.
So
It's
you're
not
wind's
like you're
come-
sitting right on top of the
Right, the
hole.
wind's coming
So you're
around
saying
the
there's not going to
point,
be
you know
much
what I mean?
noise if you had power poles?
Right.
Just not a constant noise. There might be an
You know
initial when you
what,
put it
down
down.
Florida, that might be spooking. I've seen them old guys down in Florida go out a fucking pole in them long boats, go in them canals. And shit at night, and get some giant enormous.
All right.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's not really them putting in a silent pole, it's putting them in a position.
Well, you can imagine that
and
little
parking
canal we
themselves
was
there.
in,
And
right?
then, you know what I mean? Fishing that hole because they know they're gonna be in there.
Oh, yeah, that takes time.
That's fucking knowledge. That's not
Yeah.
technology. That's just knowledge.
So-
Well, the new technology where these guys, that's
No,
tournament
the side
Tournament
scan,
fish-
you're right. The side
Tournament
scan,
fishing or tournament fishermen, they do the same thing that they do at Lake A as they do at Lake X when they're done.
But that's why they
That
pre-fish.
one
They
tournament,
pre-fish
right.
it to see what
Right.
works.
It's a different, man, tough way to make a living.
It's a job. It really is.
Yeah, it is a job.
So, Chris, I've heard that you had a little trouble punching mats last year.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I heard you got a new
It was-
rig
yeah.
/ pole to
It-
do that. Can you explain it to me?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year, you know what I mean? You read about these mats down in Florida, and what it takes. You know what I mean? You do all the research you want. You kind of, go through this stuff. All right, this is what I expect. This is what I'm reading. This is what, has worked. This is what other people have used. Once you get actually down there and actually try to do that, it's a whole different game. It really is. To punch through some of these mats and how thick they are, it's going to take every bit of a 2-ounce weight. And one of the coolest things we did when we went down to Harris Chain, we listened to the guys that the FLW was actually on that same chain when we were here this close to the same time we were last year. And the guy, and I forget his name. I'm sorry, I'm not good on
Right.
tournament fishermen's names. This guy busted his ass punching these mats with a 2-ounce weight, and he was crushing everyone else in this tournament. Everyone else in this tournament, because he figured out a way to get through it, and it takes a lot of weight. It takes a lot of weight. So there's
Are you sure that 2 ounces is enough?
But
You have
you
alternatives
brought up a great
if
point.
the mats
Christian.
are a little
You brought up
thicker.
Great point.
Like you throw a 5
Chris and I
pound
go to
motor.
Ocean City. We love to surf fish. Surf fishing, depending on how strong the tide is, you have to have 2, 3, 4, even 6-ounce weights to get your bait to surf fish. Well, he pulled on his knowledge of surf fishing and said, why don't you use the weights that we have in surf fishing? And sure enough, this year I actually have some loaded. Some 2 ounces loaded. I might put some 3 ounces in there, but my rod is only loaded to 2 ounce. So I don't want to overload the rod and take the sensitivity
Them
out.
diamond squirrels. Like,
I have both. We have the round ones and we have the diamond ones. Chris and I have a great stockpile
That diamond,
of
yeah.
stuff we've done for,
yeah,
surf
that
fish.
diamond.
But that's
I
what
can
it
see
takes.
can
And I
take
did
that,
not
yeah.
know that. You know what I mean? Getting down there, I read all about it. It's like, oh my God, I just got to put a heavy weight down there and basically punch through it, and that's that. It's so much different when you actually try and do it. Because the pads where you want to fish, I mean, it could be thick as hell. And then
Well, the
once you
wind
get through it, though, the sensitivity of the rod, you've got 2 ounces of weight on your rod, right?
Mhm.
The feel of a fish bite is a whole nother animal, too. I mean, it's like Carolina rigging, like times 5. It's great, and that's what made last year so much
Fast.
fun. You know what I mean? Because it was such a learning experience. It was something different that I've never done before. I mean, we fished curve for 20 years now. 20 years now.
Yes, we have.
And it was such a cool experience because it was so much different than what we're used to fishing. It was similar in some ways, but how you approached it was a lot different. So, yeah, good question.
But yeah.
Oh, we got another viewer question.
Cool.
This is from Marky in Woodbine. He wants to know, Chris, are you ever going to basically take the plunge and buy your own boat so you don't have to go after, the friends?
That is
and use it?
such a great question. Because
Thank you, Marky.
If Marky, you know this, and fucking Big Joe, that's why I hate you. Fucking Big Joe.
What did Big Joe do?
Big Joe fucked me out of fucking Big Red.
Please
He
explain.
fucked me out of Big. I get it.
What did he do to you?
I get it. I told him when he wanted to sell that boat.
Big Red's a boat.
Big Red is a boat.
Okay.
Big Red is a 1996 Ranger that Joe Blauhahn has just taken care of since he owned it in what, 90?
Hmm.
Oh,
96? we bought it.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe it was a 1992 Ranger with a 1993 motor.
Is it 92?
I believe it was a
Alright, so
92.
you own this since 96?
Or maybe it was 94, 95. I don't know.
Whatever,
Maybe-
whatever.
okay.
It's a gorgeous.
You're right.
It's
It was
gorgeous
96. I apologize.
It's a 481 Comanche.
Nice,
It's a
yeah.
fucking gorgeous boat. The platform, the hull is just, I mean, it's perfect. It's single console, 150, just an absolutely outstanding boat.
Why didn't you pull the trigger and buy it?
Well, because he told me
Basically,
he was selling it to Steve.
Steve. Fuck Steve.
Didn't even get a price.
Here's how that shit happens down there,
Didn't even
right?
get a price. So I'm selling it to Steve.
So are you planning on buying a boat so you don't
Oh, yeah.
have to depend on your friends?
When the time comes, you know what I mean? Luckily, I'm up for Kerr. I'm
Right.
able to fish with Christian.
Right,
When I'm in Florida, I'm able to, fish
We
on
got
this
more
goddamn-
boat and we got fishermen.
Right. So, but when the time comes, absolutely.
Right.
When the time comes, I will own a Ranger boat. And it has to be a Ranger because that's what you
That's
guys
the only
call.
boat that
That's-
floats, man.
Sorry, but that's
Me too. I
There's no-
get you.
All right, so
I've seen the good, the bad,
I'm
the
sorry.
ugly.
we're on a hard break. So listen, we'll be right back. One last break. You know, Big Dipper, I feel like today was a decent day, but we just didn't have the right bait. And there was something out there that would have caught us a lot more fish.
Yeah, we went through the quite rotation of different baits, different styles, different tactics. We were just missing this little bit of niche.
Oh, God. I just wish we had something that would rip the lips off these fish.
Lip rippers.
Ouch. So we're back. I want to thank everyone for watching Stage 5 Fishing Adventures. I want to get final thoughts from my guests. Poncho?
no, that'd be me.
Yes.
That me,
No,
man,
no,
Poncho,
Poncho.
Big Dipper, 2021, we're coming at you, baby.
Poncho?
I'm excited. I really am. This is a chance for us to go down,
Yeah.
go see some green, go chance, feel some sun, see the sun, go try and catch some fish. So, we catch a 10-pounder, we catch a double digit, it'd be absolutely outstanding. But no matter what, we're gonna have a fun, great time.
Hey, for all stuck in Wheeling, West Virginia, this is the 14th day in a row we ain't seen the sun.
It is the.
Have a nice day.
Thank you for watching Stage 5 Fishing Adventures. Look forward to the next episode. Please like or subscribe. Thank you.
That was good.